The reason I moved to the Fountain Avenue area, I had a house in the West End. I had some physical problems. All my bedrooms were upstairs. My yard was too large, too expensive for me to keep, even though I had good help. But I left the state to be with my daughter during some major surgery. Was gone about 8 or 9 months, and my son, Pat, sold my house and bought this one, and it was in really bad repair, but he bought it reasonably. I've forgotten $1 maybe, but he had to agree to spend X amount of dollars on it, and he did. And I came back with some trepidation about living here, but I've never been sorry for 5 minutes. I like living here for a number of reasons. I couldn't, I'd forget to list all of the reasons, but of course my son is 4 blocks away. I like that. I need that help at my age. I have found that I have many friends down here, and the sense of neighborhood fellowship, it's like when I grew up. It's, I would call on a dozen people in the middle of the night or anytime I needed help. I've been here 3 years in May, I believe, and I have seen growth, and I love being close to Fountain Avenue Church, although it is not a church I belong to, but I feel like an associate member. They ring their chimes every hour, every half hour, and they really are gun-ho on the neighborhood, you know. And I love my view of the park. I walk my dogs nearly every day, weather permitting, and we walk everywhere. The park, I have a great view of the park, and I believe someone told me it's the oldest park in Paducah, so it's, it has a lot of historical value. You can stand and look down, almost see the river. And I just can't begin to tell you all the reasons that I really like it. I feel secure. It's quiet. Yet it's at a good location for everything that I need to do. One of the main things that I like about living here, I believe, is the fact that I grew up in a smaller town, in a neighborhood that this reminds me of, where neighbors took care of each other. And it's like going back in time in that respect. And yet we have the amenities of the modern times. And that's one of my favorite things. Every time I turn into Fountain Avenue and I see those old houses, stately old houses, and I move down here, I feel, I don't know, it just gives me a warm feeling, or a feeling of being happy. An example of the reason I feel so comfortable here was last summer. I was out in my backyard, and for some unknown reason, it happens, my alarm went off. It's attached to the garage. I was working in my flowers in the backyard, and all of a sudden, coming over the fence was my neighbor, one of my neighbors, Chuck Tate, and he won't know what was wrong, or, he heard it too. And, that's a good feeling. And he's not the only one. There are a dozen people around here that would do the same thing. Another advantage of living here is the location is so good. To anything that I need, a bank or a post office or downtown or even a grocery store, I could walk, and I have walked to all of those places. And that's another, distinctive advantage.